Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here, the followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that, yet again, this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati.
A match-up, Jim Beglin.
Well, with nothing resting on this, Peter, I'm hoping that there'll be more impetus for the players to just enjoy the game with the pressure off, try out a few different things, and we get something open and free-flowing.
How are you reading this formation, Jim Beglin?
Well, it's a formation, Peter, that lends itself to good possession and control in midfield because you've got the numbers there, a higher concentration. Backing that up with enough attacking dynamism is down to managers who want to get at teams. It can be used in cautious terms too, but certainly if you want to advance a little quicker and you have that attitude, then you can be very positive about this too.
Balde. It's crossed into the middle.
That was well seen too.
He's gone for goal. Gave it a go, but off target.
Well, at least he's not short on confidence. Trying from that sort of distance, why not?
Nuno Mendes.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, it's hard not to focus on Ousmane Dembele, a player of unbounded potential, someone who can add real width and dynamism to any team thanks to his pace and all that ability on the ball. On a good day, he can really be unplayable coming inside.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that.
Gonzalo Ramos.
Rafinha. Now it's Ferran Torres. This might spell danger. Neither side yet able to find the net.
Yamal. Now Casado. Yamal. Fermin.
It's a great ball. Fermin showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Doué. Lee Kangers has it in a wide position. De Jong. And Balde. Rafinha. And here's Ferran Torres. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Ferran header! Harmlessly behind.
Nuno Mendes. Lee Kang-in.
He has found the way through. But it is clear to see that he is not... And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, there it is, half-time. Not a bad watch by any...
El dorsal 7. El
Here we go
dorsal
again.
16. Serán
Barcelona
sustituidos
have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Rafinha. He's a great chance! And he's done it!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class. Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, listen, a few words of advice and encouragement from the manager during the break can often straighten things out, and it's paid off.
Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. De Jong. Short changes him with that pass.
La asistencia este
Almost
partido
an hour gone.
asciende a 96.847 espectadores.
And he's picked out the run. He's found the way through. Decent hit! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Lamine Yamal really has just learned a lesson there. Your focus cannot lapse, even slightly.
And we have our very first corner.
Ronaldo is there, and he can get that clear.
And now a sudden chance to counter.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Oh, good delivery, but no joy.
Well, being able to generate that amount of activity in the box means it's hard not to pick someone out.
Yamal. Rafinha. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's onside. Rafinha. He's had a shot. They've done it. A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Barcelona are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Shot a goal! And he has kept it out.
He's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 2 then. And now they can clear their lines. Casado, he's tried one! No, not quite.
It was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Peter.
Zaire Emery. Asensio. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Distributed tidily. Rafinha. Now it's Lewandowski. Yamal in acres of space out wide. Vitinha. Asensio. Gonzalo Ramos. That is ended up in no man's land. The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Barcelona can reflect on a job really well done. All round the better side, it turned into a very, very smooth ride. Lewandowski claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, the look on the man